Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Hello, Taurus family. What's going on, Taurus? What's going on with the love life? What are you feeling? What's happening? Hope you all been good. Let's wind down and see what's in store for you. Yes, yes. What you looking forward to? Oh, goodness. Here we go. Okay. Taurus, is this a toxic relationship that's surrounding you with an ex? You're contemplating getting back with them, and you're not sure if it's the right thing to do. Wow. Taurus, stop going backwards and trying to rekindle relationships. I know it is so hard to break away from somebody. Hello, I'm guilty of that too. I'm guilty. But what I'm saying to you, this ex-lover is very deceptive. You need divine intervention. That's what they're telling you. This person is not your mate. You all are asking questions that you already know the answers to. You already know, but you have so many good memories with this person that you're holding on to what was rather than moving forward and recognizing what was that happened that caused you all to be in the situation where EX is in front of the title. This person was a snake. Okay? And you couldn't trust them. And karma comes with them because of the stuff that they do. You pulled away because of the way they treated you, the relationship itself, how toxic it was, how unhappy you were. Sex might have been great. Doesn't matter. I've been there too. You got to look at the big picture, the whole picture, everything involved with it, not just the points that you want to reminisce on and they want to remind you of. You have this onus, it's nostalgia coming back. At least with them, you knew what you were going to get. And, you're talking yourself into trying again with them. They realize that you were actually good to them. And this has been happening a lot, especially during the summer months. People want to meet new people, but they start to fall back into old habits and the fun they have with that person. Most of the time, people let go of their people during the summer so they can have fun and party and do whatever they want. And what happens is a lot of you may travel in the same circles, and you might see that ex with somebody else, and it's heart-wrenching, pulling and tugging, and you're like, man, we need to just work things out. But dang, I don't feel comfortable with this person. I don't trust them. But at least I know what I'm getting from it, and I just got to look out for this and look out for that. The sex is great. We're familiar. We reminisce on old times, They knew when my mother was alive. I remember when their dad was alive. We used to have so much fun, and so many different reasons to reflect back on what was. But, was there miscommunication? Was there deception? Was there cheating, infidelity? And here they're reflecting on divine intervention. Something is coming in to let you know this is not what it is. Don't be deceived yet again. You know how many times we try and we say, you know what, okay, we had a little misunderstanding, but overall the relationship was good. You're forgetting all the in between the lines, completely forgetting it because you missed that person. You missed the times you did have that was fun. It's like, what could I do to make this relationship heated again? You all are attracted to each other. You all are comfortable and familiar with each other. I became alive in your presence because you brought out the best in me, and I didn't realize it until now. But the thing is, it seems like there's tempers involved here. Revenge and backbiting. It's toxic. This relationship is toxic. It's not in your best interest to be with this person, especially if you know that there's more toxicity than there is joy. The time apart has brought truth and clarity about our connection. It is clear to me that I made the wrong choice. That's when you go, I'm resisting my desires for you. I feel we have grown apart and you may have moved on. This person is trying to pull you back into this whirlwind relationship. The passion, the sex, everything is great, but it's a toxic relationship. Jealousy, backbiting, backstabbing. This is not for you. This is not for you. Not every relationship is for you. But the sex, the intimacy is great. But once you all get out of bed, what happens? What happens? They say they become alive in your presence. You make them feel good. You kiss good. You have good sex. But after all of that is over, what is left? That's why they're your ex. I know how it is. Myself, I can speak for myself. I'm guilty as charged. I love love. I love sex, but it can't replace the tools necessary to make a solid, positive, long-lasting relationship. You can't stay in bed all the time. You all have lust. This is a lustful relationship. You love being with this person loves being with you, and it's so good. But working toward building something on a solid foundation is where the hiccup comes in this relationship. I see you wanting, and they're telling you they desire you as well. I'm resisting my desires for you. You all have grown apart because the foundation of the relationship just can't be good sex. Jealousy, lust. You all turn each other on, and you're hoping that that would make the relationship more fruitful, but you're not on the same page other than sexually. And the reason is because your blessings are blocked because you're so busy still trapped with this person in your heart that you're not alleviating them, where you say you have moved on because you had to, but your heart still goes back to that person. And you're mixing up lust with love. Those are the L words, lust and love. Big difference. Now, if there's a real love in the relationship and you all are willing to compromise and work together to build a relationship, even if there's lust in the relationship, you already have that foundational love. But if it's only the desires and everything toxic that brings you together, you're jealous. He's jealous. She's jealous. The lust is taking over. You sleep together, then you get up and you argue again. Then you all cuss each other out. You're apart for a little bit and you miss each other. That's a toxic love relationship. There's more to life than that. Abstain for a little bit. And it seems like even when y'all stay away from each other, you still want each other. Which is great. I know how that feels. And it's a good feeling when it's time, but after the sex is gone, can you all build a stable and solid foundation with one another and be on the same page? When summer comes, all these relationships start heating back up. People wanting to be with their exes and stuff because summertime is here. Boat rides, boat trips, cruises, parties, the pool, everything. You're seeing each other, you're traveling, you're doing different things, and they miss the stuff you all used to do together. But then after the summer and fall comes in, y'all usually end up fighting anyway because, you want that stability, that home life with somebody you can count on when it's cold. They're there warming your bed, and you all have love for each other and willing to compromise and work together to build. If you're not willing to do that and take those necessary steps, what are you actually doing? What are you actually doing? Don't commit in a relationship. If you just want to have sex with that person and have that lust and y'all make up to break up, then do that. But if this is somebody that's willing to build with you, that's different. This person is not that person. We can't make people be who we want them to be. We could dream about how we could see them, but the truth is, reality does check in. Reality checks in the fall. In the summer, you're just out there doing your thing. In the fall, when it comes to stability and having that person next to you and sharing the responsibilities, and that's when it's like, this person is just a fun person for me, but they're not somebody I could count. There's more colder months than there are warmer months. So when it's cold, you want your person, right? You want your person there. You want your person there, right? You want that balance in your life. You have the Temperance. You want that balance in your life. This person does not give you balance. You know what I love about summer months? The truths come out. You hide a lot in the winter. Sometimes the person you're with is not the person you want to be with all the time. Summertime makes you more free. And you recognize it. A lot of relationships break up in the summer too. Your willpower, you have to place action behind your willpower and be stronger. Don't just jump in the relationship because you want to have fun for the summer, and then you all start fighting to the end of the summer, and then you realize this is not the person for you for the winter, the fall. Don't be anybody's fool at all. See? It's time for new beginnings. It's time for new beginnings. And you're manifesting what it is you want. But this person, you know, whenever there's good things coming in your life, how snakes try to slither in. This is what this person is trying to do to throw you off balance. And right now, between Temperance, the Magician, and the Fool, you know what it is you're seeking. You know what it is you want. Okay? You putting your trust in life because you know that you've been planning yourself moving forward for the longest. You're wanting to have that fundamental clarity and the security, meaning what would drive you to the next level and chapter of your life. And going backwards, it's like reading a book and you're stuck on chapter 4. And no matter what you do, you keep going back to chapter 3 to reread it so you're familiar with chapter 4. Whereas you could be on chapter 7 already. Because going backwards, you can't drive backwards unless you're going in reverse to park. But if you keep going backwards, you miss what's in front of you, and you don't open the door for the new opportunities, new road, or new beginnings to step in. This is a time for transformation. It's a time for change. It's a time for growth. It's a time to love. It's a time to be who you are. And stop regressing backwards because of the feeling of being comfortable with this person until you're not. How are you ever going to bypass all the hiccups in the road with this individual if you're constantly reminded of what you used to have with them? Unless it was good. But the reason you all are not together is because the two of you together were toxic. Okay? That's why they're your ex. Sometimes an ex is just what that is. You all disagreed on something and you parted ways even though y'all should have just taken the time to work it out. You all have been making up and breaking up for years. This is not something that just started. This ex-lover has been part of your life for years. And no matter how many people you're with, you still reminisce on what was. I'm just so flustered with this because I know what it is to move backward, but you have to realize you have the skills, you have the passion, you have the insight, you have the clarity, you have the self-confidence to move forward. And you're meeting new people. Don't discount them. Allow these new people to come into your life so you could pick and choose from the best rather than keep going backwards and picking from what was. The memories are just that. They didn't last, but you'll hold on to them forever in a lifetime. But it's time to make new memories. It's time for new beginnings. And it's time for you to revitalize your life and yourself and recognize that there is more to come. When you make these necessary changes, you're going to see a lot of windows and doors opening for you, for people that will compliment you to come in. Don't block your blessings. I'm serious. I know how you feel right now, but there's more to life than sex. I know, it's shocking, right? I know, Taurus, it's shocking. You love love, you love sex, and you love meeting new people, and you don't mind obliging them all. But when you're ready to seriously settle down, you'll realize that this relationship is not a long-term relationship, because it's tit for tat. If you did this to me, I'm going to do that to you. If you did this, I'm going to do that. This is the game relationship where you all play games with your love, with your feelings, with your lust. You don't appreciate each other enough. Only when you're apart, you miss that person. You all try again, and then they say something or you say something. You got on my last nerve. Oh, I'm sick of you. Oh, you cheating on me? Oh, you did this. Who you was just talking to? You never relax and just enjoy the relationship, because there's always a constant pulling and tugging. It's a tug of war. And you don't get to feel that comfort because there's a lack of trust. Remember, this person is considered to be a snake in your life. Okay? There's deception going on. That trust, you can't have a relationship if you don't have trust. You're just going through the motions. And that's what it is. But this relationship, of course, is exhilarating. But how do you know that you're not going to find another relationship that's just as exhilarating as this one, or even more, but trust is included? Because you keep going backwards, you'll never be able to uncover that relationship, because you're still stuck in the past. Get out from the past. That person was good at the time. You're sorry things didn't work out, but you know what? Now it's time to move on. I don't know how many ways it could be said. I am resisting my desires for you. I feel we have grown apart and you may have moved on. You should have moved on by now. I know that it's more comfortable and suiting when it's somebody that you're more familiar with. You know their toxicity levels and what they do. But do you want to continue life till your later part of life being with somebody that you didn't get to truly enjoy life with, other than the summer months? Think about it, okay? It's a lot of realization that people have to come to and become more aware and awake. The relationship can be have a lot of fun, I should say. But it's not for you now. The more mature you get, the more you realize that you see yourself in a different photo album. You see yourself moving forward. You see yourself growing, and you see yourself doing things differently on a more constant, consistent, and loving, permanent level. It's time. It's time. Take care. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to lust someone. But when you look for something serious and long-term, is that what you want? You can answer your own questions. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for your support for the channel. It's like I'm seeing so many relationships that should not be. I'm seeing new relationships waiting to be unveiled. And you are no exception to the rule. There's somebody that's going to love and respect you and give you what you need, with the love and the lust and the desires included. But you have to be able to let go of old stuff to bring on new stuff, okay? That's just how the world works. The memories are great. That's why we have photo albums, and we keep pictures and photos of different things, and we have memories in our heart of what was. But now it's time to jump in where it could be more. Okay? Taurus, you're a good catch, and this person knows it. But if they're not going to respect you in the summer, that's the problem. People hold on in the cold months so they're not lonely. Allow yourself to meet somebody new and build from that point on. But going backwards all the time is not. It's not, recognizing that you want more than that in life. Okay? Garnet Queen Tarot, be inspired to rise till we meet again. Talk soon.